fund. The heat continues this weekend with little rain relief in sight.
Well, great stuff, Valerie. Hopefully we can get some rain across the Rockies and Southwest to alleviate the fire threat as we move forward. Joining me now, he's not in a shirt and tie, but he certainly looks as good as I do. We have Jesse Farrell. You're not smiling on that one. We have Jesse Farrell, who is the social media coordinator. And Jesse, you're the one that deals with the Facebook for AccuWeather.com and our Twitter sites. And you asked a question earlier today about what was going to be happening for the upcoming tornado season and hurricane season. And as we talked about, we're going to take your questions right now. So what is the first thing, Jesse?
First up is from Denver in South Carolina. He says that predicting long-range outlooks is hard, but he wants to know about the East Coast for this hurricane season. He's heard that it might bear the brunt.
Well, Denver, it's an excellent question, and later in this show we're going to talk with Dan Kalowski, and he's going to be giving the why. Evan and I will be talking about the what, but the one thing that we are worried about in the southeast, Florida is due, Jesse. We haven't had one in quite some time, so history says that we're going to be dealing with at least a storm, or if not a hurricane, affecting Florida as we go into this hurricane season.
Okay, next question is from Lena, and she wants to know if there's a chance that we could see another Hurricane Sandy in the Northeast this year.
Well, difficult question. I think it's a yes and no. The no part of it, or it's unlikely, is to see a storm like Sandy take that track. That is a track up the East Coast and then hooking in from the Atlantic right across central New Jersey. Now, that's a track that we've been talking about in this field for over 25 years of being a possibility, but that track doesn't happen much. Now, can we get a hurricane coming up the eastern seaboard this season? I think that's certainly a possibility. If that were to happen, climatologically, that would happen September or late in the season into October.
Okay, final question is from Jenny in Pennsylvania, and she says, wants to know the safest place to go in a 3-story house with no basement or cellar during a tornado.
Well, certainly we don't want to stay on the 3rd floor. Not having a basement or a storm cellar or a storm shelter, that would be the ideal place. But you do want to get into the lowest floor that you can, get into an interior room, and certainly shelter yourself as much as possible. And of course, you need to heed every watch and warnings that's issued by the National Weather Service. And of course, you can follow the severe weather and the warnings here on AccuWeather.com. But it's not just all about the inclement weather, Jesse. And I know usually he's in a Hawaiian shirt. Now, I can't take you to Hawaii, but I'll tell you what, let's head over to San Diego. And this is one of the prettier pictures that we've seen in